Subscribe to Nigeria's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Nigeria's Craziest does not add a view of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, because close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Because that's what we do.
Comedians are absolutely insane. That's illegal.
This video you are about to watch.
Is it video or video?
Or video. I don't want to cry because it's something passionate.
You know what, I will not cry because we have been talking about these things for years. These same people came to insult us. We have been telling you that this Bushiri man is a criminal, but nobody believed us. They said we are hungry, that we kept Ngwano.
This is the highest scam of it all. The highest scam.
In church, for person to carry microphone and say, God told me.
He said, God told me to take you away, your sons and your children and your family from poverty.
No, let's not talk. Watch the video. When you finish watching the video, we'll come back and we'll talk.
We have managed to raise 500 million for the construction of... That's the good news. Now, let's go to the bad news now. Can you go to the bad news? The bad news is that money, 500 million, is still in your pocket.
Well, this is Prophet PFP Mutswane Rebuile Kaslimosena about standing in the gap for Christ, standing in the gap for the Church of Christ, standing in the gap for the prophetic office. We need to really represent the church, the mandate that God has given to the church. Inhloso yebandla isikhathi kungcolo kugcwele esontweni kucleanwe uhlokala lefielo ka rukereke dintho tse etsalang ka lebitso la modimo basadi ba rapiwa banna ba rapiwa bana ba hlekefetswa, people are robbed monies in the name of the church. A lot of filthy things and wrong things are done in the name of the church. Criminal activities ubugebengu buyenzeka egameni lenkosi. So uNkulunkulu kubekile ukuthi sime esikhaleni njengama ke esikhaleni uma amadoda abaleka sibize ama organization wabafundisi. We called on politicians. You know, it was very hard. The book of Ezekiel chapter 22 verse 30. Uthi uNkulunkulu, I sought for a man who will stand in the gap that the nation will not be destroyed but a found one. You have been called upon by God to stand. Egmeni kwami yaba ndate Baloy, Mr. Baloy, who is owning a shopping complex. Leanne was defrauded.
Yes, I've been going to ECG from 2014.
Yo.
Yes, until such time Major One told us we to go to meet him at Hall A. And then he did come to address us. He said, my children, I'm a billionaire. Say, I'm driving a private jet. We say, yes. Say, yeah, I want to take you along with. He said, no, you must come and investment on the commodity and the forex. If you got a million rand, this thing, it will double. It will be 2 million this month. Next month, it will be 4. Just like that, it will grow like that. So, and then we indeed, on March, and then they call us to come and put money there, and then by then he said he wants cash. Firstly, he said, I've got a good news and a bad news. So he asked us, where must I start? Must I start with the bad or the good? And then the church says, we want the good first.
I'm having two things. Good news and the bad news. Oh yes. Which one must I start with? Good news. You are ready for the good news? The good news is, I know some of you, all you want is about yourself. This thing I want to tell you, it's not about you. This good news is not about you. It's about ECG. I'm having good news. The good news is I have managed to secure 500 million for the construction of the church. Now let's go to the bad news now. Can you go to the bad news? The bad news is that money, 500 million, is still in your pocket.
And then, we felt that you want to be part of this church. And then the money which I've paid is this one. This is the proof.
How much was it?
It was 100,000. There was this one-on-one issue. So, one-on-one issue, I said, okay, because my things are not going all right. My wife, she was sick. She had cancer. So I said, no. Hey, let me take my wife to one-on-one. So we went there. Instead, it was one-on-one name. We were many, thousands and thousands of people. So that one-on-one, he couldn't talk to you one-on-one. We were paying 10,000 rand. Yes, 10,000 rand. I don't know. I went more than 7 times.
Yeah.
I took my wife. We went there. Nothing has happened until my wife. I lost my wife.
Yeah.
I don't have a wife now.
We had an attorney, a lawyer, Mr. Mkawan. Liena Kiomonga Ileng Batlahela Bajiu.
My name is Mkawan, Atel Mkawana. I'm a member of ECG in Pretoria, Showground. The name of my priest then it's Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. I was a steward in ECG Church. My wife did approach you one of the good days in regard to our money that has been invested at ECG in 2017. We did have that money for building our structure for the flats in the site that we bought for the purposes of creating an income for our children and ourselves. Unfortunately, it was never happened because the reason why when we invest, we were promised that on monthly basis there will be an income and on a forex trade and commodity. That money will generate an income on monthly basis and a good amount of 26%. And that investment, you will make millions while you are sitting at your house drinking coffee.
And these are not platforms where you say, if I put the money, will I lose? No. These are platforms when you invest, you go home and sit down and relax and drink coffee and have millions entering your account.
But unfortunately, till date, I never received such money. Then I tried by all means, all avenues in church, at ECG, not here. I couldn't get help to the extent that my wife, she ended up died. I'm not a fighting type, but in regard to that, I'd rather break my arms if it needs to be. Hence I came to you. I say, let me die if I die. You have to continue and do what my wife asked you. I cannot fold my hands. That money belongs to my wife. I loved my wife even in death.
Bushiri says he's not part, he was also scammed. How did you invest? Who advised you to invest?
Prophet Bushiri says, all my stewards, I want to give you an opportunity to invest because I don't want my stewards to be poor in my church. I have created 2 platforms, forex trade and commodity.
And I've created 2 platforms, one for commodities and one for forex trading.
We deposited that money in the stewardship account as we're instructed to do so.
Are you saying he's lying under oath to court when he says he was scammed? He was never.
No, it's misleading the court.
Batile, Bajiwe, I stood as a spiritual father, as a big brother for people to know, Ogoti, what is the church and what is not the church. Standing and helping for God's sake. not for my sake, not for ECG Church. So ha batho ba modimo ba hlekefetswa ke taba hore kaofela rona baruti re emele nnete and help those. This is why I stood for the Ngobenis. Abaka Ngobeni nabo baze bakhala ngise-court ingabazi. What is your name, ma'am?
Ladies Ngobeni.
What have you lost?
111,100 rand and 20,000. I'm on everywhere. Every day bank is calling me to pay their money. And even in the house there's no food, nothing. And everything is stuck. So I decided to kill myself.
Dad, wena ulusitse eng?
Erisitse koloi.
O rekisitse koloi?
Ka nka tšhelete ka fa mosadi gore a yo etsa investment e gona ko ECG kereke.
Yeah.
Le plus le tšhelete ya gae le ya ba botho ba bangwe ba itho ke 20,000 gore o mongwe tse 10 o mongwe ntsha 10. So ba bela ba mtsamela mo ba tsamang teng gore ba kgone mo bolaya because le ene ba re ba thusa.
Ekumeni kwami kuze abakasibeko bachaza about the thief, the fraudster, the criminal, the prophet who does, a lot of fake things and misrepresenting Christ. Prophet Shepherd Bushiri.
Re tlo kopa thuso re tla ho wena hosane o na le investment e rena ra etsa le Shepherd Bushiri ka 2017. Re tlo kopa haholo mo wena ka re kile ra o bona o na le ene ka hore ha re zama rona ka tsela re zamang ka yone ra blockiwa. Ra kopa haholo mo wena ntate Mporo hore o re thuse ka hore ra itse o na le motho o thusang batho.
Ntate Mporo ke o dumedisa ke nna mme Masibeko. Ntate re tla ho wena re kopa thuso re ya sokola re rekise business tsa rona re tshepile hore Major One Shepherd Bushiri ke ena moprofeta wa ntate Modimo o tlo re thusang ka di investments empa zange ho be jwalo ntate re ya sokola a rena dijo a rena diphahlo ho sane tla be re le mo ntate re tla ho wena re kopela thuso ho wena.
Thuso mo wena ntate.
These things were introduced in the church by him, the prophet.
In the church?
In the church.
You were listening, you were inside the church?
I was in the church listening, even on TV, on his prophetic channel.
All right.
Yeah, he was repeating it.
The Lord said to me, I'll bring you people. You're going to come up with something that you're going to help your sons and your daughters to become rich.
Yeah, so we go to the seminar. So he give us teachings about the forex and commodity.
And I've created 2 platforms, one for commodities and one for forex trading.
So here's the seminar ticket.
Okay.
Even the date is there. And then after that, we went to the seminar.
So you paid 2,000 rand
2,000.
and you were a VIP. All right.
They first after the seminar, after a week, they send us emails that we can invest from 100,000. I didn't doubt anything, so I decided to sell my quantum. It took something like 130,000.
Yeah.
So invested. Kumbiege rexiseng chale ke one ne kenya chelete mo ntlong ene supporta family.
Hey, ntate ntwe inkutlisitse botlhoko gagolo le bana baka a ke itse bophelo ba ka a esa le bona bo normal ke na le depression ke na le ngwana ka o feditse matric last year phasitse sentle ngwanaka mara hana tšhelete go ya sekolong ngwanaka o dula ikwaletse ko kamoreng ha bue le batho I get plan a suicide. What's a hala? Correct, na kung I keep la fridge. Fridge on Ejula in a lidijo. Marna matati amang I keep bula, Kikahore, Emetifel.
ke me zwane re zama bophelo ka tsela e re zamang ka yona ante re trustile motho ne re ke monna modimo re trustile motho o wrong.
Why did you come to Ntademopo?
I came to you, Ntate, because I was so vulnerable. I saw you helping people, and I thought, and I knew actually that you will definitely help me.
Because last time I saw you with Major One, I thought maybe I come to my things will be easier because Major One is very difficult to find.
I have every proof, I have everything. So if he wants to take us to court, let him bring it on. We are waiting. I'm brave to do that. I'm waiting for him. He's not God. I still repeat, Bushiri is not God. I'm prepared. If I have to die, so be it.
And these are not platforms where you say, if I put in money, would I lose? No. These are platforms when you invest, you go home and sit down and relax and drink coffee and have millions entering your account.
I want to see justice being served. I want our profits. If you can pay us, then you must go to jail. Because many people are dead. I thank God that I'm still strong. Maybe it is by His grace that today this is happening. Maybe He wanted to show the world that Major One is not the man He says. He must pay us. I want my profits promised and I want them.
They came hungry without money to go back home. Gave them money for food. We helped them. Ntena ilaba expensive because I had to end up being taken to court or to say everything egebuileng exposing burong ba Bushiri, and he sued me 1 million for defamation of character. So ize yachithwa lelo cala waluza uBushiri. Emva kwayo yonke into wababiza abakangobeni, wabiza abakasibeko. He promised them the money, then Ngobeni he paid them. In that process, they forgot. Abakasibeko, when they came, they had no food. We had to buy them food. We had to hire a transport for them, to go and see the lawyer, pay the legal fees. We had to pray for them. Mabaqeda bayo jabulelana no Major One. He promised to pay them for apology. Ogoti ngempela, I called them, I recruited them, and I made them lie against Bushiri. Elsie Ngobeni, the police are looking for her in connection with the case of fraud. Who is a runner, an agent for Prophet Shepherd Bushiri.
You are back. My people, you can now see. You can see.
To the extent that some will let somebody would die.
Why won't they die?
Wife. We be say they sick, he carry and go there. Say they go heal. They even pay money. Say you want to see Major One on one, 10,000.
You don't know that to see Major One you pay. You don't know.
And there are thousands of people are going there to see him.
You don't know.
10,000 rounds.
10,000 rand to see a scammer.
God.
A criminal.
At the end of the day, the money lord, the person where he want
carry go, he die.
He die.
You people don't have sense.
Now this same man still came out and say, "Oh, I have good news and bad news." Listen,
that's enough me.
Listen, I have good news and bad news. And the useless, he asks, "Which one do you want me to say?" They say the good news. He say, "Okay, now I have worked. I have incurred some 500 million for the project, construction of the church." Everybody said they were happy. They were happy. He now said, but the bad news, even when you hear the word bad, were you supposed to be happy?
No.
So he said something is bad. He said, but the bad news is that money that I said I have gathered
is in your pocket.
It's in your pocket.
And these morons, what did they do?
They were dancing.
They were dancing and shouting.
They were very, very happy.
This is what I'm telling you, that these idiots have been brainwashed.
Oh.
This one is more than brainwashing. Oh. Brainwashing it has entered hypnotism. It is not natural.
Let me tell
you something. It's like chicken. if you carry chicken now, you pluck all the hair of the chicken.
Yes.
The chicken will be there bloody though.
Yes.
It will be looking at you. Carry corn, be throwing it one. The chicken will be eating and following you. It's the same thing that Bushiri has done to these people. No matter the pain he causes them, they will still come on this our channel and open their brown teeth to say that our papa, you will go to court to be crying your papa. What concerns Church of God with forex
trading and commodities? May your waste. Now he now introduce the business to them that when you pay this any amount you drop, but make sure you invest higher. Make sure you invest big. You will receive 26% of it. A lot of people are dropping one rand, 30,000
rand.
People 20,000, 50,000
like
that.
This one is worse than MMM.
Now, do you know another thing they scam them? He said, come for the seminar. The seminar,
2,000 rand.
Person paid 2,000 rands to just you pay to be scammed.
Hey! Oh! Bushiri has the right idea. We have been working for nothing since. Ngwanu, we have just been working for nothing.
Let's do our
My brother, we have been zuzuing.
Do you know how many? Do you know thousands of people?
People in that church. Let's say 100,000 times 2,000 rand. Bushiri, you will not make heaven. If you make heaven, just know that there is no God. See, let me rant. Ngwanu. At least Yahoo boys. Yeah. Yahoo boys, they even dupe people. 1, 2, 3. You have duped a whole church. Thousands of people.
Congregation.
You dupe them on a steady. You are worse than a fraudster. You are worse than a Yahoo boy.
Since 2017.
See, so this thing has been going on.
He said God told you.
And you will open your mouth to say God told you. The God, Almighty God. God is too patient.
Well, you cannot. His way, you can't. He knows how he does his own thing. Let's leave him.
God, Baba God, glory be to you.
See now, he now went to court and be lying.
He now lied on oath.
He was scammed. Oh,
how did they scam you?
And
you are the scammer.
The money was sent to the what did he call church account.
ECG church account, and you said you were scam. Ngwanu, thunder will fire you, Bushiri. I am very angry. This one is no longer a joke because you have put a lot of people in pains.
Look at how that woman said she was about to kill herself, that she's planning.
A lot of people would have committed suicide.
A lot that they can't even give account of them.
Now you have bribed Mboro.
That goat. That one.
This is idiot Mboro that is saying nonsense now.
What's the call?
We are going to drop a video now. Mboro has collected bribe from Bushiri. We will drop a video.
Because a lot of people that went to his place, they said the ad that is helping a lot of people.
He is not helping you people. Mboro is not helping. Mboro has collected bribe from Bushiri to silence all this matter. Mboro now, we will drop a video. Just watch out for that video.
Hi.
We are shocked to our bones. We cannot even talk again. Toothpick, I cannot talk. I am shocked that a human being will do this to his fellow human beings. This man is worse than the politicians.
You know, these people, they go and fall because they always say this man is a man of God. He's a true.
Don't you see that on our post they will still come and open their brown teeth that they've not brushed well to be saying you are talking about a man of God. May a man of God kill you and your generation. Anybody that comes on our post and talk nonsense.
Look, just see. Look at people, human beings. That this man is suffering.
We are trying to liberate you people.
Look at this man. He's living a lavish life. Look at the cars.
He's driving Bentley Continentals, living in huge houses, and he comes out to tell you people that you are scam. What concerns Church of God and forex trading?
People will be say they get small taxi. When they tell they get small money every day. They sold the taxi, say that they can invest.
What concerns Church of God and forex trading? I'm angry. I don't want to talk again. Let's go. I don't want to talk again. See, see, if anybody, now we are angry on this video. If anybody comes on this video and says any nonsense, we are going to blast you. We are no longer. Let's go.